Monsters of Chernobyl. Unveiling the horrors after the explosion. April 26, 1986. A date etched into the annals of history as the day the Chernobyl nuclear power plant suffered a catastrophic failure. The explosion at reactor number 4 released 400 times more radioactive material than the Hiroshima bomb, contaminating vast swaths of Europe. Immediate repercussions were dire. Dozens perished, thousands were exposed to lethal radiation, and entire communities were uprooted. But what if the disaster unleashed more than just radiation? What if it birthed entities that now haunt the forsaken exclusion zone? Tonight, we delve into the terrifying mysteries, monsters born from the ashes of Chernobyl. The Chernobyl exclusion zone, an area extending 30 kilometers in all directions from the epicenter of the disaster. Once home to over 120,000 people, it's now a quarantine zone teeming with abandoned structures and overgrown flora. Radiation has transformed this place into a paradox, a sanctuary devoid of humans but filled with life adapting against all odds. Scientists have recorded radiation levels ranging from 0.1 microsieverts per hour to hotspots exceeding 300 microsieverts per hour, concentrations high enough to trigger acute radiation syndrome. The environmental impact is profound. Radiation has disrupted the DNA of countless organisms, leading to mutations that challenge our understanding of biology. Radiation is a double-edged sword. At the cellular level, it can cause DNA strand breaks, leading to mutations during replication. While many mutations are lethal or benign, some can result in significant morphological changes. Post-disaster, anomalies in local wildlife were documented. Birds with deformed beaks, rodents with altered fur pigmentation, and insects displaying gigantism. First-hand accounts from liquidators describe encounters with creatures that defied explanation. Anatoly, a veteran liquidator, recounted seeing a shadow with glowing eyes moving against the wind while patrolling near reactor number 3. Whispers of government secrecy suggest that not all discoveries reached the public eye. Declassified documents reveal operations like Project Silence, aimed at containing unknown variables within the zone. The Shadow Stalkers. Described as humanoid silhouettes, the Shadow Stalkers are said to inhabit the darkest corners of Pripyat. Standing over 2 meters tall, with elongated limbs and eyes emitting low-level luminescence detectable in the infrared spectrum. Explorers equipped with Geiger counters report spikes in beta and gamma radiation upon encountering these entities, suggesting a possible radiation-based bioluminescence. It felt like someone, or something, was watching us, recalls Lena, a seasoned adventurer. Our equipment went haywire, and shadows moved where none should be. The reactor beasts. Near the sarcophagus of reactor number 4, sightings of colossal beasts have been reported. Dubbed reactor beasts, these creatures are theorized to be mutated descendants of native fauna, possibly wild boars or wolves subjected to extreme radiation levels exceeding 15 sieverts. Characteristics include dermal armor, hyperkeratinized skin layers possibly as a response to radiation, and aggressive territorial behavior. In 2013, a group of researchers discovered claw marks etched into concrete walls, with a tensile force estimated at 5,000 newtons being required. Footprints measuring 45 centimeters in length suggest creatures of unprecedented size inhabit the zone. Swarms of mutated insects. The insect population within the exclusion zone offers a window into rapid mutation cycles. Species of mosquitoes and spiders exhibit gigantism and altered behaviors. Entomological studies have found genetic mutations in over 80% of sampled insects. Swarms act erratically, displaying aggression uncharacteristic of their species. In 2009, reports surfaced of livestock deaths attributed to massive insect attacks, a phenomenon aligning with the sudden bloom of mutated predatory insects. The Sirens of Pripyat. Legends speak of the Sirens of Pripyat, ethereal entities manifesting as spectral figures or disembodied voices echoing through the deserted streets. Audio frequencies analyzed suggest these sounds fall within the infrasound range, below 20 Hz, capable of inducing unease, dizziness, and even hallucinations in humans. Many who pursue these calls report disorientation and lost time, a phenomenon that neurobiologists speculate could be due to radiation-induced effects on the temporal lobe. The missing explorers. Since the year 2000, over 30 unofficial excursions into the exclusion zone have resulted in disappearances. Records indicate that these individuals were experienced explorers, equipped for survival. Investigations yielded little, only abandoned campsites and equipment. Anomalous radiation readings at these sites complicate the narrative, suggesting interactions with unknown radioactive sources. Survivor testimonies. Sergei, one of the few to re-emerge after disappearing for weeks, recounts a harrowing ordeal. "I saw things that shouldn't exist," he whispers. "Creatures that twisted the very fabric of reality. I can still hear their whispers." Medical examinations revealed high levels of cesium-137 and strontium-90 isotopes in his system, leading to unexplained neurological symptoms. Photographic and video evidence. Compelling yet controversial, images and videos have surfaced allegedly capturing these monsters. Experts utilize software to detect forgeries, yet some footage resists debunking. In one clip, a reactor beast is seen crossing a street, its mass estimated at over 600 kilograms based on shadow analysis. While skeptics attribute these to clever editing or misidentifications, the lack of definitive proof keeps the debate alive. Theories and explanations. Scientific perspectives. Radiobiologists acknowledge that radiation can accelerate mutation rates, but the likelihood of producing viable macroscopic monsters remains slim. Dr. Elena Kostyuchenko explains, "Most mutations are harmful at the cellular level, leading to cancer or death, not superpowers or monstrous forms. However, environmental pressures can drive rapid adaptation in microorganisms." Supernatural interpretations. Some suggest that Chernobyl sits on a nexus of supernatural energy, amplified by the tragedy. Folklore speaks of the Veshtuni, spirits awakened by human folly. These tales, while not scientific, reflect the collective psyche grappling with an invisible enemy. Government experiments gone wrong. Conspiracy theories posit that the Soviet government conducted secret experiments in Chernobyl, aiming to harness radiation for biological warfare. While no concrete evidence exists, the secrecy surrounding the initial disaster response fuels speculation. Comparisons are drawn to proven cases like the Kyshtym disaster of 1957, initially hidden from the public. The danger of the unknown. Risks of entering the exclusion zone. Radiation remains a significant hazard. Hotspots like the Red Forest emit radiation levels up to 10 millisieverts per hour, enough to cause radiation sickness after short exposure. Unauthorized entry not only poses health risks but also legal consequences. Yet, thrill seekers are undeterred, lured by the mystery. Ethical considerations. Chernobyl is a somber monument to human error. Trespassing disrespects the memory of those affected and disrupts a fragile ecosystem struggling to heal. Interference could impede the surprising resurgence of species like the Przewalski horse, reintroduced in the 1990s and now thriving. The tales of monsters in Chernobyl straddle the line between reality and myth. They embody our fears of the unseen consequences of our actions, the Pandora's box we opened on that fateful day in 1986. While science may dismiss the existence of such creatures, the stories persist. They serve as cautionary tales, reminding us of nature's unpredictability and the hubris of underestimating it. Perhaps some mysteries are best left undisturbed, so before you consider venturing into the unknown, ask yourself, is the thrill worth the risk of becoming the next legend lost to Chernobyl? Thank you for joining us on this journey into the heart of darkness.